G'day mates, my name's Jack and welcome back to Dead by Daylight. We're finally here on the chapter 39 PTB for the all kill comeback chapter, and to be quite fair with you, they actually announced and talked about a lot more stuff, way more stuff than what they showed off in the community stream, which I thought was pretty crazy. So if you want to go check out all the different stuff that I'm going to show off today, please check the timestamps down below. It'll have a whole list of everything. If you want to watch a particular thing like the gameplay, all the perks, all the other updates, just go click down below and pick whatever you want. Other than that, please like, comment, and subscribe. And let's get into this giant update. Alright, here we are on the patch notes. There's a lot of stuff to go through. This is going to take a second, but I'll try my best to make sure it's very quick. So here is everything that we have to do. So we have the new map, Trickster's Illusion, which I'm so excited to actually play. It's going to be amazing. We're going to do it straight after this, I promise. And also we have a new survivor, which they didn't mention during the community stream, but I predicted it. I was like, they're gonna have to do it, and also the roadmap doesn't lie. So we got a new survivor, Kwon Tae-Young, and he has 3 new perks as always, and they seem pretty on the medium side from a quick glance, but let's delve into it and actually see what they do. So we have one called Flow State. When a generator is completed, earn 1 token up to 5 tokens, and for each token you can bless a totem or cleanse a totem faster, you can heal faster, and unhook survivors faster. And if you have 5 tokens, of course, and you have the highest rarity, you're doing 50% faster. So I think the Blessing Cleanse is pretty cool, niche but okay, especially for shaman builds, or if you have someone who wants to run no-ed. 50% is pretty good if you actually have that up and running. The healing is always fantastic. I think that's obviously the best part of this entire kit, is that you can have a fast heal, but you also get other benefits too, which is pretty handy. And you also have the unhook survivors faster, which, look, it doesn't really matter most of the time unless someone's camping. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely the weakest part of that perk for sure. But yeah, the heal's number 1, followed by the cleansing and blessing, and then unhooking, of course. Next, we have a place for us. While healing another survivor, you both gain Elusive. Elusive is a brand new one for survivors. Whenever you finish healing the obsession, they gain Elusive for 20, 25, or 30 seconds. When the trial starts, you are less likely to become the obsession. I mean, the obsession part probably isn't the most important part of it. It doesn't really matter. A lot of killers that care about obsessions, which doesn't really exist unless you're doing a really kind of mean build, they'll change. So it doesn't really matter in that regard. The Elusive for finishing to heal the obsession is pretty nice. If you have a really fast heal build and the killer comes back to tunnel, that could help. So there's a thing, but I mean, it's definitely, I would say, his weakest perk out of the 3. And then the last one here, 5 moves ahead. While you're in the killer's terror radius or being chased by the killer, you can see auras of the 5 closest pallets and windows. You also drop them pallets 50% faster, and whenever you drop a pallet, the cooldown reaches 30, 25, or 20 seconds until you can do everything again. That is seeing the auras and dropping those pallets faster as well. This perk is very interesting. It's definitely, I don't know, it's kind of like a weird improvement to Windows of Opportunity, which is Kate's perk, which allows you to see all the vaults and pallets and all that kind of stuff. Seeing only the 5 closest pallets could be a dangerous situation. I know there's been a lot of pallets been added to maps now in terms of the total number. If you're in a place and there's just a crap ton of pallets and a crap ton of windows, will the 5 closest be that handy? I don't know. It might be a lot of information. It might be an information overload moment. I'm not too sure. But definitely the best part, and probably the part that people care about the most, probably is to drop the pallets 50% faster. We haven't had a perk that's done that before. Like, even the ones where it's like resilience, where you get a crap ton of, speed buffs. Yeah, we've never seen that before. I'd be very interested to see how that works. It definitely would be very handy for, I guess, lag, right? If you're throwing them faster, you actually might not take that hit and throw the pallet at the same time, which does happen. So, I mean, there is a downside of the cooldown when you drop a pallet. It's not when you do a window or a pallet, it's only when you drop a pallet. 20 seconds isn't the worst thing in the world, though. You probably only want to have that fast, 50% faster, throw down the first time around regardless, and the windows and pallets, use is definitely very, very nice. But, you know, you can definitely chuck a pallet down, run for 20 seconds, you'll find another window. If you've got map knowledge, who cares, right? And then the 20 seconds will be up and you'll be good to go again. So I think the perks are pretty solid. They're not the most important and they're not very gimmicky and memey, but if I had to pick one, I would probably say Flow State is going to be one that people would be running if they feel like it. The other ones, though, you'll find 5 moves ahead on some meme builds, and a place for us is going to have a place in the bin because it's not going to be used on anybody's class at all. Okay, now into the gameplay features. We have a lot of stuff to go through. Actually, if I haven't scrolled through it already, look how much there is just on this alone. This is why I'm going to cut it down. It's a lot of stuff. This is also why I'm using a lot of timestamps, because ain't nobody got time for all this, but I will try my best. So for the gameplay features, we have, of course, the Trickster. What's to say? Pretty much, he had a massive adjustment to every facet of his everything, right? So we have the new style points, the new ranking up system from E to S. We have main event being ready only at rank S, and it gets held for 66 seconds, and you can chuck it anytime during that period of time. Also, you get your style points by doing different unique attacks or doing different things and comboing by doing like breaking a pallet, hooking someone, attacking someone. Being a bit mixy will rank you up to rank S, where, as I said, you can use your main event. They did put in a lot of different adjustments to everything. So his movement speed has been reduced from, well, back when range killers had 4.4 as a flat everything. He then got moved to 4.6 and then now back to 4.4, and it seems they've done that for his terror radius as well, which also matches, ranged killers as well. They actually reduced his blade count down to 36 from 44, which doesn't matter, as I will talk about in a second, but I think the best part of the change is his decreasing in time to enter the throw state and to exit the throw state. So basically you can start throwing faster, and if you don't want to throw anymore, you can get back to your melee, your M1 way quicker, which is fantastic as well. They've also added here for how many consecutive throws, how it actually decreases your speed, and also, the other way around, increases your throw speed in contrast. But that's pretty interesting that it takes 16 consecutive blades, which is, getting close to being half of your blade count. Then you start throwing 100% faster, which is kind of crazy, but we'll see how that works in game. I'm sure it is fine. We hope. We have the laceration. So as I said, yes, they may have decreased the amount of blades, but the laceration meter has now been decreased to 6, which is crazy. He's actually had a bit of a jump back and forward of how many blades it takes to actually, injure and then down someone. But going from 8 to, of course, injure, to 6 to injure, and then 6 again to down, is pretty crazy. It'd be very quick. You have to be very, very quick on your toes to block line of sight, otherwise Trickster's going to, obliterate you. And also it makes main event way more dangerous as well. So that is also a thing. And now one really cool thing that we have is the laceration visual feedback. I did see this during the stream and it was crazy. I love it. Before it was like this weird pixelated, like purple, I don't know, explosion blob thing. It was weird. Now we actually have these cool like swishes, and basically it's blue swishes up until the second last blade, and then also on the last blade, those two are purple. So you can kind of see where you're at without actually looking on the side of your screen, which is very fantastic as well. They have a whole section on what is a style point and how you level up in your rankings, but to be quite fair, I don't think people are going to be too focused on this. They do offer some cool stuff, like here, you get 3 style points if you hit a survivor with a blade through small gaps. I don't know what is a small gap. Is that like through a gap in the shack, or like like a window? Is that a gap? I don't know what they mean by a gap exactly, so we might have to try to see if we can get some of that in the gameplay. But yeah, that's pretty interesting. They have some for 2 style points, hitting a survivor with 4 blades from at least 4 meters without missing or exiting the throw state. So they actually do give you benefits for not missing, which is fantastic. And hitting a survivor with a blade from more than 16 meters away and then interrupting a survivor. So that is very interesting. Otherwise, most people are just going to be playing the game, and whatever they can, achieve is how they go. No one's going to be focusing on trying to hit 3 style points all the time. It's just not going to happen, but it'd be interesting to see what people do come up with. Of course, we have the style ranks. The most important part about all this is trying to get to S, which then unlocks main event, and also some cool little benefits as well, as in the terror radius becomes bigger, but Lullaby is disabled, which offers a really cool option for undetectable builds. You can basically then rock up to a generator and basically, you know, chainsaw Hillbilly and Bubba, just absolutely obliterate someone with main event. Works pretty well. Laceration meter decay is slower, but of course, yeah, you throw things much faster as well. And that's pretty much it for main event. Now, there was a lot of changes on the first, actually, back to Vector number 2. World Breaker time has now been decreased from 60 to 50 seconds during the second phase, which is, I mean, it's fine, I guess. I guess it kind of means that if people do the clocks, they get some kind of actual advantage at the end of the actual, you know, the end of the actual run. So we'll see how that goes. The One Attack now plays a sound earlier for survivors, which, I mean, look, if you're spamming them really quickly, people have been pretty good now at dodging. It's pretty hard to get a hit unless you're very accurate or very good at predicting people. And if you're using your Undergate attack, people are dodging that stuff anyway, so it's very interesting that they've kind of nerfed him a little bit. I don't think he needed it, but maybe they thought it, who knows. Also, the lunge attack was adjusted. Apparently, the speed wasn't the same. Or maybe they changed it to make it look the same as the other killers. I don't know what is that, you know, really meaning, but that's kind of weird that they didn't have that already together. Also, add-ons have been fixed as well and changed. The Ghoul got a few changes, but that's not really that important. All the actions from the previous video on the stream, they mentioned that they're changing all the terminologies. Here they are, but we've already touched on those. They're just basically meaning that you can't do dodgy stuff and makes everything more in line with what they're trying to do. Also, now it shows you who actually has got these special little things attached to them, and there they all are. Also, add-ons have been changed with all these as well. We've also got perks as well. Survivor ones have been changed as well. The fog vials, we saw that in the community stream. All of that has been a bit changed now that it kind of works the same with every single map, which is very, very cool. The charges was moved to 4 and it was 2, and that's pretty interesting as well. And yeah, some little add-on changes down here as well. We have some Survivor perk updates. I do not know about these, so I'm very interested to read this. Let's have a look what we got here. So Better Together, what's this? Plot Twist can no longer force this perk's effect to activate out of the survivor's control. Yeah, sure, I don't really care too much about that. Fast Track rework. So this is the one where every time someone got hooked in front of you or something like that, something happened. So whenever another survivor gets hooked, not in front of you or near you, which is interesting, you just get it regardless. You earn 1, 2, or 3 tokens. Wow, so the perk actually decides how many tokens you get. I don't think we've had that before, where a perk's rarity dictates how many tokens you get. Normally you always get 1. Up to 9, so 3 hooks, which is a whole death, if that's the case. While repairing, or whenever you hit a great basic skill check, spend all tokens. For each token spent, the generator gains 2 permanent charges. Interesting. So basically it's kind of like a the brand new part, how it basically removes, I guess, charges to it in a way. I'm guessing it's like that. Self-preservation. Oh no, here's when another survivor is hooked, you gain the elusive for 30 seconds. That actually might be self-preservation. I don't know anymore. The icon is updated to reflect this change. Okay. Basically, if a person gets hooked, you can now actually probably use Sprint Burst and some other stuff to really just run up and save a survivor without being caught. That's pretty cool. I actually do like that rework. I think people could get some use out of that. Unbreakable. Oh my god, for Bill. Once per trial while downed by the killer, you get once per trial. Was that always the case? I don't remember. You can fully recover. While down, you recover faster. Note, now only grants survivor the ability to recover when the killer was specifically responsible for them entering the down state. Interesting. Okay, so you can't use Plot Twist. Okay, that's fair enough, that's fair enough. What is this? Killer perk update. Force hesitation. Plot Twist can no longer force this perk's effect to activate out of the killer's hands. Sure. Genetic limits. Wow. That is a lot. Why are they all kind of not properly spaced? Genetic limits updated to apply the exhausted effect simultaneously when the health state loss is recognized on survivors, not afterwards. Okay, sure. Hex crowd control. This is what I've been wanting to see. This perk is probably the Trickster's best perk and has been for quite a while. I mean, a lot of people use Starstruck, but in terms of stuff, this might be the best one to use. No one uses any of them, let's be honest. Hex crowd control. The first time a survivor, medium or fast vaults a window. That's interesting with the medium. A dull totem ignites. The last 4, 5, or 6 windows survivors medium or fast vault are blocked. Your basic vault blocked windows 15% faster. Okay. You see the auras of blocked windows within 24 meters as well. Okay, cool. I do like the medium or fast vault. That's cool. I'm pretty sure it was only fast vault last time. Having a medium is very, very nice. Because that's a lot of people, right? They won't do a killer shack properly and vault it the wrong way, and it will be a medium vault and it won't get blocked. So, interesting. Pop goes the weasel. That is interesting that they're doing this one. Whenever you hook a survivor for the next 35, 40, or 45 seconds when you damage a generator, it explodes and loses 50% more progress. Was 20%. Whoa. Oh, now total progress only. Okay. Wow, okay. That's interesting, but we'll see how that looks in game. That's actually very interesting. Terminus, update the trigger earlier when generators are completed to block healing abilities of survivors occurring. Ah, yeah, cool. Cool. Yeah, I mean, that's fair enough. That's a quality of life thing. That's cool. Next, we have all the perk description updates, so all of them been simplified. I'm going to have to have a look at that. That'll be pretty interesting. The aura customization, finally, we can actually customize all of our colors. That is fantastic. Survivors, killers, hooked and dying survivors, normal hooks, generators, pallets, and windows. Fantastic. And now the new thing that we actually did not know about during the stream is a new prestige menu and reward system, which is very cool. I know that they've been wanting to do a thing to, you know, I don't know, reward players that hit prestige 100, but as you can see here, we actually have a new thing for 25, 50, 75, and 100, and it looks like it's a player card badge, judging by what they say just below there. So interesting stuff. And then, yeah, we have the bug fixes with audio and visuals and blah, 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 blah. So that's basically it. There's a lot of stuff to dig into, a lot of menuing and a lot of cool little things. I'm interested to see how it all looks with the new prestige and new track, I guess, is what we get, right? It's like a progression track when you level up in prestige. I don't know, but I'm going to get into a game and then I'll check out all the menuing later. Let's just get into a game of the Trickster. I am so excited for this. Okay, everyone, here we go. I'm so excited for this new map and everything. I don't know what to expect, really. Oh, I'm just so excited. Here we go. Here we go. I'm hoping that they did a lot of cool music stuff for the map. They should. It is a music, you know. Oh, that is sick. That is so cool. That's a new voice line. Has he got new voice lines? Look at this. Oh my god, it's beautiful, man. Oh, here we are already. That was quick. So we're in the market right now. That's awesome. I thought there was another person here. Wow, he pulls out the knives much quicker. Okay. Well, 8 blades left as well. I have to reload like every down almost. I'm at B rank though. Does reloading give you a rank? Like, style point? No. Oh, wow, look at this. I know there's like a secret, like if you do the generator and some stuff happens apparently with some music. I can't wait to just hear if they, you know, even get the generator done. Also, I've hit S rank. The laughing, they've added the music too. Oh, it's beautiful. It's so beautiful. Also, man, he's really running me around. These buildings are huge. Like it basically cools down his entire charge rate. Damn, how do you catch up to these guys? That's nuts. He's already losing like tons of laceration. I can't afford to chase him. He's just holding W and just going for it. Okay. Well, that's a bit of a problem on this map, if that's going to be a thing. That's going to be a bit of a problem indeed. Now, I've also put on pop to see what the change is with that. I should have used it before, but... Oh, there's just scratch marks going everywhere right now. Oh my god, okay. Also, pink wasn't a good scratch mark choice for this map. It looks good in theme. He makes noises when he D-ranks, that's awesome. Where... What is... Man, this is like a maze of a map right now. Where do they go? They just hid? What the hell? Also, that's a really disgusting window. I feel like I'm just traversing the streets and not finding a single thing. Back to this generator. This seems to be the good generator for me. Wow, they got me to B rank straight away? Wow. Okay. God, he's quick. It's very hard to get line of sights when there's so many... Oh my god. I need, like... Jesus. Okay. I can't throw blades here because he's just going to keep on looping me hard. If he throws the... Okay, well I can... Oh, the generator blocks it perfectly too. This is a problem. I'm out of blades. On the last throw too. Of course. Oh. Thank you. Oh my god. Okay, this map is actually so much bigger than I thought. Trying to control the generators is actually really hard. That got me to S. Okay. And my Grim Embrace just blocked me from kicking my own gen. That is really sick, guys. Interesting. Oh, you can't even go through that way either. Oh my... This is going to be a problem child of a map. It's beautiful, but... Damn, son. I have to control a 3-gen right now. If I don't, I'm in trouble. I just am. I need to use my main event, though. Beautiful. Oh, what did the C rank for that one? Okay. I shouldn't be chasing her. I need to reload and get back to my gens. Oh my god. This map is actually kind of difficult. I need to actually, like, really focus up on this. There we go. That's a free injure. Alright, we're kicking this pallet. Interesting stuff, though. The lack of blades does get a bit problematic. As I, you know, got into a position where I was just lacking. One blade off, and I can't do anything about it. I'm gonna kick this, then I'll pick him up. And then hook him again. That is so interesting. This map's going to be a hard one to control. I don't want to say it's a map where you need to control a 3-gen, but you kind of... Looks like you kind of do. Getting across the map is very difficult. Unless you're like a really good mobility killer. It's kind of hard, man. Yep, Lara, you are in trouble. Also, the bots are dodging blades really good. Like, more decently. Like, when I was making my video for the community stream, I played matches. I played like 5 matches, and I got all of the survivors dead in like literally a minute. It was crazy how they would clump together and barely dodge, and it was really easy. They're actually doing some like moves and trying to actually dodge my stuff. So there's a shot. That is a disgusting window. How do you can't prevent that? Ooh. There are some bad windows on this map, man. That was terrible. There are some bad windows. Plus, I'm playing with bots, so they know when I turn around. I need to control these gens. It's the only way I can win this. This is nuts. Also, that Pop Goes the Weasel ran out real quick. There's no lockers in here either. Are there lockers anywhere outside? There's... Oh my god. This is actually kind of hard. There's just no lockers out here besides the food truck here. What the hell? Okay, well the current verdict of this map is beautiful map. Bloody hard. Crazy hard. I mean, yeah, I got bots that know my every single move, but like, damn, son. This is a not... Nice. Two, three, four, five, six. Yep. Out of blades. Wow, you have to be so precise, man. Bamboozle might actually be a good vibe. Because crowd control got busted, of course it's bots. I should have known as much. This is going to be a difficult map for a lot of bad killers. I don't even know how you're going to play this map as Trapper. You just can't, I guess. I guess you just lose. Also, I just realized they would have done the thing in here. Ooh, it's like red. I need to hear this. Oh, it's his main thing. He has like crazy eyes and the fact. I want to know what that says. That's cool. I might be wrong, but that sounds like the original DBD music for Trickster, right? I could be wrong. Back in the day when All Kill was in the first All Kill was in a PTB. They had this absolutely banging track. Actually, no, I think... No, I played on Xbox, so it actually came out live. And it had a really banging track with, like... I don't know, like some weird, like, wah, 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 wows, and some cool, like deep voice in the background. That sounds like that track, because they removed it, like, a week or two afterwards and just, like, stripped the song down. I don't know why. They stripped it down by a crap ton. Where'd I down the other person? I wasn't paying attention. Oh well, they stripped the song down a crap ton. I think that's the OG song. If that's the OG song, I'm so excited for that. I wish I could hear more of it, but I kind of want to win this match and learn more of the map. Even though I'm kind of relegated to this 3-gen, but god damn. Whoopsie doopsie. What kind of running area is this? Woo. I also love this man. I think that's bok choy. I think. Also, the aura for the blades are really hidden. The grey is a bit much. Oh, she's at the killer shack. Whoops. Well, this is a good spot to be in. But on this map, if they start getting a bit of a... Lara, what was that? Two-step. If they get a bit of a distance, you are actually kind of in trouble. Oh. I'm kind of been led away. I almost ran out of blades again. Okay, well, we're getting close to the end of this match, so my final thoughts on the map is beautiful, amazing. I love the Easter eggs of the music. I love everything. Look at this. It's just a beautiful map, right? But I think it's going to cause problems. Are they healing or nah? She's been sitting there for a long time. I think it's going to cause problems. I think it's a bit too much, like it's a lot of walls, but big open spaces to the point where a survivor, and some of the windows, man, like, I think there's one like over here or some crap. It's a brutal window. Was it in this? Yeah, this one. This goes into a whole other room. You have to walk all the way around it just to get to it. And there's like a green place. Oh, hello. And that window is also disgusting. There we go. When you get modes like that, though, it's amazing. You're downing them in 2 seconds, right? But man, I've already seen with some of the loops I've been involved with where if they hold forward and then just go around the edge of the map, as Trickster, you're moving 4.4, right? You are trying to keep up. Like, you are trying to keep up. I feel bad for Trapper and stuff too. Huntress. God help the Huntress. So if I cancel it straight away, I get an E. Okay. Yeah, I want to see what Trappers can do and other stuff. Ghostface, man. How is he gonna... Ooh, this map could become a problem. This map could become a problem. Ooh, 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 ooh. Give me all those points. I'm already out of blades. You ran out of blades so fast. I want to hear if it has the OG music sounds though. Yeah, the voice. The voice is back. But do we have the wah, 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 wah? Oh, that's cool too. It moves all the fog away and... This is all like, unknown, like, stuff in the floor. Yeah, the that was in the original song as well. They actually put the... Finally! Is there any Easter eggs down here though? We have a Trickster pillow. That's so cool. I also have a question as well. I would think that the golden toolbox would be located around here somewhere, right? They didn't keep the wah, 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 but that's okay. The golden toolbox is definitely in this room somewhere. And I will let the sleuths online figure that out. How are we going on the gens, guys? You would have done some stuff. You're injured, but I will chase you. God, the dodging. I might as well go for her. I wonder if they modified the Mori in any kind of way. I doubt it, but you never know. That got me to S straight away. Wow. God, the dodging, man. This is going to be difficult in a public match. So I went back to D class for that. Okay, interesting. So I think C or maybe B is the best. You can't just go back to A again. Man, finding the golden toolbox on the map is going to be hard. All right, let's see what the Mori looks like. Let's pick her up. Yeah, that's new quotes too. Wow. All right, drop it. Let's have a look. We could have slightly made it a bit more clean. It looks cleaner. It missed the photo. That was so cool. Yeah, tough map, but very, very fun. I like the new instant main event that's used in a different way. You can hold on to it. I actually really like that. Okay, on to the next thing, I guess. Whoa. Yeah, as Apex Legends. Oh my god, an actual thing when he's come. That's awesome. I love that. That's beautiful. Okay, I love the baseball bat trickery. That's so cool. Okay, so now I want to show you guys the character prestige. I accidentally clicked on it, but it does look pretty cool. So now when you go into the loadout, you can click on your prestige, and it actually opens up a whole new menu. So it shows you here what you get at prestige 1, 2, 3, and 4. You get your different outfits, your bloody outfits, and then of course your golden dual charms. And then from 25 to 100, you get a cool emblem. Obviously, they're all going to probably have the exact same stuff, but like that is pretty nice, and it moves. I can't be mad. They did say they're going to do something for it, and it's nothing that's like intense, but I do think that's a really cool thing, and I'll definitely be rocking it. It is pretty. It is very beautiful. I cannot lie. But there you go. So there is the prestige menu. All right. So here is a public match on the new map as the Trickster. I've adjusted my perks to hopefully work around the map. I feel like people don't know where the ruins and all the hexes are, so I've got ruin to save my life. Coup in case I can't make any good hits, and I'm all ears to make those good shots. I'm hoping that the perk build that I brought actually does something. I'm very scared of people. Maybe they might not dodge as good as the bots. I don't know. I feel like it's going to be quite the struggle though. I just hope I can do something with it because this map is huge and I feel like 3-genning is what's needed. Alright, so they probably have spawned all the way over there. I would hope, right? So we'll take a little sneaky through here. Okay, AFK. I'll take it. Okay. No, I'm gonna cancel that. Alright. Okay, the fog vial didn't really do too much. Didn't they adjust it now so that it only really works if it's far away? Where'd the down person go? Oh, they're right there. Alright. Let's hook to Steve, get my star points up a tiny bit. Take a hit? No. Okay. Nice. Okay, the bot... Not having to deal with bots is making this a bit better. I do need to reload really badly though. I also do like the haste increase I get now. I put on the purple add-on that makes me move faster when I rank up. I think 1% per rank up. I don't know how it resets, but... Right here, reload real quick. I've also got my other add-on, the blue one, the USB, which makes you reload faster in lockers. Why'd you wait? Oh. I can still see your aura, man. Alright, we're hooking the Steve again. I'm not playing around. Wow, DCing on the PTB. That must be a tough pill to swallow, my G. That is a tough pill to swallow. Alright, I need to reload stat. That is a very convenient locker. You cry about it. Nice. What was that? My brother. I don't want to tunnel people, but like, you guys are hanging around the same locations. Okay. Okay, well, no gens have been done. Maybe I wasn't worrying about much. Maybe the whole worry I had about this map is really nothingness. No gens have been done at all. I don't think I've even seen the Fang in like a long time. I'm not going for the Steve, even though it's a bot. Oh, what a... Oh my... You can't go left there. That worked out real well. Now here's a building that you can just run around in circles, but they're not doing that. Because this is not a bot. I need to stop thinking like a bot would. Wow, okay. It's tough. Oh, you can't go through there. Oh, that's a really good pallet. That's isn't. Oh, the fog vials on this map is going to be difficult, man. Did he go this far though? Probably not, right? There we go. Let's try to go through here instead, if I can. This room is huge. I just saw him. Can I just follow? Yeah, you're chasing people down the street. It's very... If you haven't got like a range attack, that's instant. There we go. Yeah, it's a bit rough. Also, 4 blades left again. Yeah, if people were so set on just rushing gens, you could be in a lot of trouble. But I forgot to take into consideration the human condition. I'm thinking like there's bots. Alright, let's head back over to the market. The market just seems like the place to be honest with you. Oh, that's a really obvious hex. Will they thread the needle, go through here? Nope, using the truck. Doing the bot thing, sure. Nice. Okay. Well, now you're in trouble. One's on the generator. I'm gonna leave Steve. That window, man. Did she run aside? Oh, I was like, the scratch marks ended. Okay, this is going much better than I thought it would. I didn't need all the stuff, but the blindness would have helped. The ruin's in a really central spot too. Okay, so Thang healed up to Steve. That is okay. The problem is now, though, I don't really know where they are. Did they run around here? Nope, they got the unhook. Wow, okay. The light's just turning off. Okay, well, let's go back then. I don't get to see this part of the area of the map, though. Oh my god, it's a Fang. Oh my god, I don't feel like I've actually seen her yet. And she pulls that. Oh, that's unfortunate. That's going to be a free. Also, there's a good window there too, I think. Oh. Yeah, you can... Damn. Oh, what a throw. Oh, no. Can I cut her off over here? And there's the coup. There's the coup use. See, it isn't pointless. It always works. I think someone was working on this generator over here. No? I'm just hearing the one that's inside the building. And Ruin's taking care of that, which is great. I need to reload. Again. How's the gen going? Is it still regressing? Yep. There's a lot of good pallets on this map too. A lot of like, if you throw the pallet, you can... Oh, I got main event from that. And it tells me they all are. My god. That's cool though. Once the thing turns on, it reveals the mess underneath. I like that. It's crazy. In the 5% I've got, this add-on's really busted, man. Oh, hello. Yeah, you stuffed up on that one. Yeah, that's really hard. That's really hard. Okay. But yeah, some of the pallets are like in really good streets where you can throw it and do a giant turn and the killer has to go all the way around. There's a lot of god windows on this map. I do feel like, and anyone can quote me on this for the future, they will adjust this map and its windows. They just will. There's no way they leave it as it is. I feel like some of the windows and pallets are really, really good. I didn't know why I did that and did the reload. Main event doesn't use your blades. But yeah, they have to. I never explored like the back streets here like this before. A lot of these too, these are easy pallets, but like there's some really good corner ones too. Like you throw that though when you walk around and... So yeah, the stuff that was on the floor in there was like very unknown coded. We saw it in the what is it called? The community stream. It just looks like the unknown has been here, made some holes. It's the same thing in Greenville. I can't find these guys. This is like a hide and seek map. What's going on? This is a cool little room. I might have to cut to when I find them because this is taking way too long. Oh my god, finally. Bro. Like, he wasn't hiding or anything, but... I'm running out of... yeah. I need to be more precise with my throws. That was a mistake. Should have rolled that window, brother. The Fang Min's been very elusive, like, this entire game. I don't expect me to find her. I want to see what the hatch... like... She's here. Oh my god, she's here. I really don't need to hook him, but I will. I'll give her a chance to find the hatch. I'm not going to be rude with it. You know what? Let's cut her off. Finding the hatch in this map's going to be very difficult. Oh. Okay. What's the door situation? Ah. Okay. Can the mist please go away? Oh man, that's lingering for way too long. I cannot see anything. Okay. That's really glowy. That's nice. I cannot see. I can throw a blade at it and maybe like reveal them, but I can't do much else. Is someone on that? This is a bit wide, isn't it? Maybe she might just die to the thing. I'm not too sure. I do feel like if anyone, she'll do this one because it's way more hidden. But it's still in range. It just doesn't pop in. The lighting doesn't pop in early enough. Well, that's the game. Not much I need to do anymore. She's probably at the club. If I'm honest, I might actually head in there right now and see what's going on. I bet you $10 she's in there. Not even. Where was she? In between? Oh, she was just chilling like over here. I at least try to go for the door. Alright, that was interesting though. Much better. Much better. Neck. Okay. Big neck. I will not neck. Wow, okay. Playing against actual people was a bit more interesting than I thought. It was a bit more, easier, but I feel like there is so much room for abuse. I feel like the windows are going to be bloody disgusting. Alright, on to a Survivor match, I guess. Okay, so here we are. We're finally in a match for Survivor. I have tried so many times to get a match on the new map with the Trickster, and every time it's a different killer. I had a Legion, I had... it just didn't end. So this is actually a different day that I'm recording this part of the video. But we finally have a Trickster. Thank God for the little description at the bottom for the loading bar that tells you what you're facing. Oh my God, it's been absolutely hell. I don't know why. What's the point of releasing the whole Trickster update and people not trying to play it? Anyway, so here we are. We're finally doing it. Let's hope it's actually a decent match. Oh, in the Killer Shack. So, got the new Survivor here. He's looking mighty fresh in his puffer jacket and beanie. Corrupt Intervention. So for this build, we are running Sprint Burst, 2 of his new perks, and we'll make it. So we've got the one that does the healing 10% and the blessing 10%, that one. And I do believe we have the one that shows the pallets and windows within, I think it's like, what, the first 5 pallets and windows that can appear. Now I'm going to head straight to... Nothing yet. I'm going to head straight to the nightclub. Are you getting chased? This room's actually really big. Now that I'm actually playing it like a... Oh, let's just do it. Screw it. No. No? Okay. No, he is here. I'll take the hit. And I'm just going to run out of here and just book it. it's such a big distance of a gap that he wouldn't want to follow, even if he wanted to. It's so big. That is actually kind of a problem. But I'll happily take the hits. Okay. That actually scared me, that I thought that that was the Trickster. I'm like, how did he catch up to me? I'm guessing the laughter is like a bigger map wide thing or something. I don't know. I actually have no idea. Alright. So yeah, but I took a hell state pretty quick. If he catches you. Oh, there he is. Look how fast he's throwing. That's main event too. It's so snappy. We're still waiting for this because we haven't actually had it down yet. I should look at my... I just used my sprint burst by mistake. I kind of really want these to go away so I can start working on them straight away. But Robin is not going down. There we go. It's probably why he's running Corrupt Intervention on this map, because it does take a bit to actually kind of get going if you don't get a good start with this map. But I'm very tempted to get chased and start running around like all the disgusting windows that I saw. But man, like that, yeah, that nightclub is actually pretty huge. Like if I was at the end of the other side of that room and the Trickster came through like the door that he did, and I'm there, I'm gone. He ain't gonna catch me. I could do a million loops before he catches up to me. Why did Fang Min take the hit for? Dude was getting carried. He's still getting chased. Dude's trying to get a hook. Fang's is gonna go down. I think I might need to use my toolbox. I don't trust it. Fang's is gonna go down. Why did you take the hit for her? I'm a bit concerned. I would just love to get this gen done. Yeah. I don't know how close the Yun-jin is, but... Also, I realized Yun-jin, her name got flipped around for the correct, like, orientation of names. Before it had Yun-jin Lee, but now it's Lee Yun-jin, which is pretty cool. Strangely enough, I think I have to go save this guy. No, I'm not. He's going back and forth between them. Oh, he's there. Whoa, what's the thing sticking out of my body? I am in trouble. Make it! Make it! Oh! Oh! Yeah, I'm gone. Yeah, I'm dead. There's not much I can really do in that position. And why didn't the guy go and... Why didn't the Fang go get... Why didn't the Fang go save the... Oh no, it's not the Fang, the... Is it the Yun-jin or the Robin? The Robin. Why didn't the Robin go and save the Fang? Bruh, I unhooked you, I was getting chased. Go get the save. And now she's going to be caught out in the market. In all the places that she went to, injured to the market. And they're all running at the... Killer, no. You see the noise where it's like, oh, that's not good. Oh, use main event straight up. Oh god, we are not in a good state. He might even try to hit me. I wish I brought like a med kit or something to like self-heal a bit. I just feel like the way that we're set up and how we're moving around, we're not healing a lot at all. Bruh. Okay. I've never seen that before. That, of course, we've done this gen. Okay. We are not in a bad way. But we're not really in a good way either. I'm still trying to learn where all the gens are. This never got done. This never got done at all. If I can work on this gen and get my sprint burst back, if the Trickster rocks up, I can just run around the corner, and I'll be clear. I'll be long gone. Robin's gonna go down, and Yun-jin is also injured And with 2 lacerations. Robin, Alright. At least she's regret, and she's healing. She's self-caring. No, she stopped. I really would like someone to come and help me on this gen. I kind of do hope he comes for me though. I think the sprint burst bamboozle might actually waste enough time. But he's not coming to me, which is actually pretty good. He's coming to me. Yep, there he is, and I'm gone. And then we turn around. No way he predicted that. Oh, I was gonna bamboozle him and everything. Oh. Oh, I'm dead, man. Oh, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. He let me do that. For the record. I need to leave through this door. Hug the wall like all the bots do. Make it so that he can't get a throw in. No, hug the wall. That's the basement. Well, that's annoying. I did not know that was where the basement was. Oh, and of course our teammates are all here just to, you know, also get hit. No, they did not. Okay. Interesting. If they have a flashlight. Does he have a flashlight? No. Bruh, that is a cool effect. That purple is so cool. I've almost actually healed. The yun-jin's gonna take it for me. Alright, we need to leave right now. Where are we going? Right now. Right now. Alright, so we've done... Wow, have we done everything around here? Killer Shack, that one, they're all static generators. There's a generator that should be around here, but I think that can change. Yeah, that's not here anymore. Okay. So... I do hear a gen, though. And it's being worked on. Beautiful. That's alright, let's do the gen. I don't care. The Fang's on a gen right now, but let's just... In case of an emergency. I think she's on the nightclub, which the killer is going to go to, because that is currently the most stressful gen for him to keep alive. We can kind of just stay in the secrets, in the shadows. Look at those little rat boys waddling around. Being all cute. That was kind of close. He picked him up. Okay. Well, one of us is going to go down for this, but Lisa Jen's going to get done. Wish I had my toolbox, man. Okay, maybe don't leave me too early. She's basically sacrificing me to die. Tactical sprint burst. Walk getaway. Nice. That actually worked. Wow. Okay. The one thing I've learnt on this map as well from the killer ones is that the exit gates are really difficult. There's no real blockers and you can kind of just go between the market and see them both. Unless the killer's like really preoccupied with like chasing a survivor or protecting the hook in the Fang Min's case, you can't really get this done. I need to use... Wow, that was the quickest down I've ever seen. But if he's distracted with both of those, I'm out. I'm free. There's not too much I'm going to really do. If she goes down, I'm not saving. I'm injured. I can't do much. Okay? Well, they're screwed then. Robin's dead on the hook, Fang Min's dead on the hook, and so is Yun-jin. There is really not much else I can do. Yeah, he's mooring him and all, yeah, and yeah. Yun-jin's gonna get picked up. Oh, this is... I've never been in this room yet. That's cool. It has like the whole, like... Is that like Seoul? Don't know. I don't know anything about geography for South Korea. Ooh. You can hear like the train. That's so cool. Alright. Whoa. That's kind of trippy though. That's kind of trippy though. That was awesome. What a sick map. Let's see what they all had. Wow, okay. Yeah, corrupt as we saw. Nowhere to hide. Okay, I mean, that's fair enough. Floods of Rage, so he just wants to see people, and of course he's putting Pain Resonance to mix with Floods. Pretty interesting build. Pretty, makes a lot of sense. Is anyone using any of the new perks? We do have one for the pallets, but nothing else? No. Okay, just me. Well, I mean, look, that's about it, I think, for the actual chapter itself. I don't think there's anything more that I actually missed. We looked at all the new other stuff. That's actually it. Wow. Okay, well, there you go. Okay, so before we wrap up the video and I give my final thoughts on the PTB, there is one more thing that I really want to check out, and that is the brand new aura colors that you can now change for both Survivor and Killer. So if you go to your options menu down the bottom and go into beta, you can now see all of these new colors that you can actually now change for all these different things. So we've got your Killer, Survivor, your hooked and down survivors, and then for map objects, we've got generators, hooks, pallets, and window vaults. This is it currently. There are a few things that have auras that aren't on here. What comes to mind is probably totems, and probably killer belongings like the Trapper's Traps, or if you're playing as the artist and you put a crow down and you go behind a wall, you can see it in white and where it's going to go. I don't know if they're going to change that. They might keep that as white, but I think they are, because they made the Trickster's blades white and that just matches with everything else. So I don't think they're going to be changed, but we can change these, what we see right here. And I've already modified them slightly, just to kind of suit my vibe. I'm not going to play a match with them, because you kind of get the gist. You can see the preview anyway, but I can't wait to kind of explore what colors I tend to look at. I feel like I've been so rooted in red that I feel like I can't change too much. So for the Killer, I have actually kept it red. Red's a pretty, you know, in your face, gets your attention kind of color. I feel like if you're playing Survivor, you would want that on the Killer, so I've kept that the same. For Survivors, I've actually now defaulted them to blue, but this is actually a different blue. The one I've picked is a much darker blue. The one that they use is this one. It's a bit more icy colored, but who knows what's better. They've also got this weird gray kind of blue. I don't know. I'm going to stick with the bright blue. I might even go to cyan/teal here. Maybe. But for now, it's just going to be dark blue. For hooked and down survivors, I actually chose this green that looks pretty bright, and I kind of might use that on a lot more stuff. I'm kind of worried because, like, if you make a survivor blue and you play on Cold Tower, it might blend in. If you pick green, you're on like Azerov's resting place or anything like that, or Auto Heaven Wreckers, you know, I feel like that might blend in as well. I don't really know. Maybe like a purple. I really don't know. But I picked green for this one. It's pretty bright. Then for the map objects, I've kept them kind of set to each of the different types of what's doing what. So the Killer stuff, I've kept them to red. I feel like I need to keep generators to red. My brain is so wired to look for red. Now that the survivors are blue, they actually can't hide behind the generator aura anymore, so that's pretty cool. And for hooks, I've kept that red as well. Suits the Killer vibe. I'm happy to keep it like that. But for map objects, I'm actually going to try to use this kind of cyan/teal kind of color. I might actually use the green. You know what? I'm going to use the green. The green looks really bright. It's actually darker on that. That's interesting. Yeah, I kind of like the green. I might rock the green. And yeah, so you only can choose pallets and window vaults here, and they look pretty cool. But play around with it, honestly. It just looks really, really sick. I hope they add some more stuff, or even just more colors, because they kind of just picked a color and went, okay, here's like the color, and then like 2 more shades lighter than the color. White might actually be a pretty good shout, but if it's like the Trickster's blades on that map, man, you can't see anything. It actually might be gray, to be quite honest with you. But yeah, there's the colors. Try them out. They're going to be absolutely right when they come to life, to be honest with you. Okay, well that's actually it for the PTB. The only things I didn't touch on were like the perk differences for Trickster, the fog vial, but we saw those in the Killer matches, and also the change of the descriptions for the perks, but I don't think they're the most interesting factors. They're cool, but I don't think I really need to care too much about it. But what we did have a look at, so let's have a look. We have the new map. The new map is just the most beautiful map ever. You'd think it's a different game, to be honest with you. If you look at that and compare it to everything else, it just kind of puts to shame. Like, I know that in terms of maps like it, I'd say that that RPD has some cool color and some cool rooms and stuff like that, but man, if you're comparing this map to like Ormond or Mother's Dwelling or any of the basic maps, or even like, I don't know, even like Leary's, I'd even argue, like, it's just amazing. It is a difficult map though. I think where it falls short is that, yes, it's beautiful, but my god, is it impractical. It is so rough. If you have people with sprint burst in some of those places like the nightclub, if you just sprint burst out of there or get a good head start, that killer just gives up and that generator's done. I feel like when I play this going forward into live, I'm just gonna let that generator pop. To be quite fair with you, I just think it's such a waste of time to even deal with that kind of stuff. Another critique would probably be, I mean, I still need to learn what the gens are, but man, do I get a little bit lost when it comes to actually finding a gen. There are some that I remembered, but that just comes with time. I feel like though when I play a map, I understand where they all are pretty quickly. This map, it's taken me longer than I thought. Also, some of the vaults, man, oh my god. There are some vaults into different other rooms where the killer has to like leave the entire room, go outside, wrap around and go back into the building. There's like probably like 2 really good vaults I remember seeing that were just really, really, really good. I mean, they don't connect into anything really strong, but geez, if you have Lithe or you have some really good tech, you could do a lot of stuff with that, to be honest with you. So as I said before, I think I said that they will have to change the map a bit, and I think they do. There's just a lot of stuff that might be a bit too much. I mean, there are god palettes on the map. There's one that's kind of like in the like back streets where there's like a market stall that's against the wall and there's a pallet against the wall and you have to, you know, break it. It's a god pallet, but like that god pallet leads into the whole anything of the map. It's so, you throw it down, you can pick so much stuff to do, and I feel like it's a lot of work, but I think they should keep it. But the windows and the nightclub need to be changed. They need to be changed. I feel like killers that are not the fastest, like the Trickster or the Huntress or anything like that, Deathslinger, I think he's still slow. They're gonna struggle on this map a lot, getting around to everything, because there's walls. Like if you're coming up, the survivors know, and they can get a massive head start. They can get around 2, you know, walls. You rock up to the generator and there's nothing you can do. You can't aim, you can't do anything. I also feel like, in a weird way, I think the Trapper is also destroyed on this map. I wouldn't be too confident ever playing Hillbilly on this map either. I feel like I'll be bumping into too much and the geometry will be a bit everywhere. There's a lot of things that I know, a lot of killers that if I got this map, I'm like, oh, it's beautiful, but I just don't want to play on it. I feel like there's a lot of stuff for the map that needs to get changed. But yeah, there you go. What's next on the list? We have the Trickster himself. The vote's still out on him. I do like what he has now. I do like the idea behind it. I do think though that he's lacking. I like, yes, we've minused the amount of blades it takes to hit them, to down them and injure them, but he has too many other drawbacks. He is slow, he moves slow. You got to be very careful with your blades, because in, you know, the matches that I played, I would run out a few blades before I actually got to down someone. If you miss a couple blades, you have to be very accurate, like so accurate that it's incredible, when you can just play Huntress and just chuck one big thing and deal all the damage. The combo system's cool, the main event system's cool, how it works is all very cool. The reloading's faster, which is great, but yeah, I don't know, even just the fact that he can, you know, exit and enter the throw stages faster and exit the throw stage faster, that's cool and all, but it's kind of hard when you can't keep up with people. You have to kind of get lucky and get right in front of their face and then do it. I feel like it's just really dependent on that. If people can just run, they're going to run you and you ain't going to catch up, and their laceration meter decreases so quickly and you just can't do anything. It's kind of rough for good old Trickster. And yeah, was it 34, 36 blades? Something like that. That is really lacking. You'll be reloading a lot more than you want to. So I don't know. The jury's still out on him, but I think a lot of maps will be good for him. Like, you know, the basic maps, the ones that have a lot of low walls. But man, God forbid you get Leary's. or RPD or this new map. I feel like his own map is not his map, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just not for him to play on. I feel like it's a really good map for for fast stealth killers or killers that have really good charging attacks. I think Wesk would have a great time on this map. I just feel like it is not his map. I feel like they need to buff him a little bit more, just a tiny bit more. And I didn't get to try it out myself, but I have heard today that you can't actually use main event too close to the hook, which was probably his best aspect. I don't know if I mentioned it during my gameplay, but him in the basement, actually I think I've mentioned it in the previous video, him at the basement is the most disgusting thing you'll ever see in your life. Yeah, I think I said that that's the one thing I would change before I watched the community stream, was that, man, if you have main event and people are coming out of that basement, you activate that, you are bypassing all of their endurance effects, you are bypassing all their health states, and both of them are going to go down. That's just how it's going to have to be. It's crazy how powerful it is, and they can that too, which is a shame. It had to be done, like it had to be done, but now he really has not got much else. I'd be interested to see what comes from the PTB into live. I just think he needs to get given just a little bit more of something, just something more. But yeah, there you go. Well, in terms of the perks as well for Trickster, the updates and reworks are fine. The new survivors perks, they're pretty mid. I wouldn't say they're crap, and I wouldn't say they're amazing. The 10% faster one is always going to be fine. I haven't seen much yet on whether or not people are rating the new vault and window perk more than, you know, windows of opportunity. We'll see if that actually becomes a proper thing. It could be, it totally could be. I haven't seen anyone running the builds to drop pallets fast to actually do anything. You know, as soon as a troll perk comes out, like we saw with Dustin and stuff, everyone was on that grind to do as many fun things as possible. I have not seen that like once. So I hate to say it, but I think the survivor is going to be kind of forgotten. I think he ain't going to have much of a stay, both in like his basic outfit is so plain. It is so plain. He is the most plainest looking John you've ever seen in your life, and his perks are just very, very mid. So I don't know. I don't think Kwon's going to get much of a use, but hey, that might just be me. But look, the map is beautiful, and I love the direction that that's going. But I feel like the PTB needs a lot of tweaks, just a lot of little tweaks, and we could have something really amazing. But yeah, there you go. That's it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye for now.